Check it out, man. Let's talk about giving advice, man. A lot of you guys shouldn't be giving advice to anybody, man. And even if you started a journey, if you went, after your dreams, your goals, but you haven't got any results yet, but you're actually working towards it, you're motivated, you're excited, you're pumped up, you're full of energy, you want to share everything that you know with people, you want to bring them along, but you're speaking too soon. You're speaking too soon because they haven't seen any results, man. Nowadays, everybody wants to see the results that, you're talking about. You're trying to convince me to do something, and if I don't see results, it's going to be hard for me to believe. And this is what's going on. That's why a lot of people are getting pissed off with with their family members, their significant others, when they start this journey, this fitness journey, their healthier lifestyle. They're feeling pumped up, they're feeling motivated, excited, full of energy. But you got to remember, man, you've been years and years neglecting yourself, and they know you so good that it's going to have to take some time. It's going to take some time, and it's going to take some results for you to convince them. And even then, man, when you get the results, they're still going to be all caught up on their feelings, man. They, maybe because it's you telling them they're not gonna do it because ego and pride, they don't want to take orders from you. They feel like they're being attacked. They feel like, they just don't want to hear it from you now, even though that you got results. And this is something that happened to me. I went through it. So I had to learn to just live and let witness, until they asked me. Because even though I had the results, I get results on my team members, they were ready to be students. They were ready to be coach. A lot of people, they're not ready. They're gonna have to have a rude awakening. They have to hit rock bottom, or something has to happen for them to want to change. And that's the sad part. The sad part is that we want them to change. And a lot of times we're hurting ourselves more and we're hurting them as well, more than helping, because you think you have, you're helping, you have the solution, you have the results, and it's just they're not ready, or they just don't want to hear it from you. They're not going to listen to you. They always listen to somebody else. They always connect with somebody else, because when I was growing up, or when people told me, hey, change your ways, don't do this, this is a better way, you got to get a job, stop fucking around. I wasn't listening. I wasn't paying attention to the people that were telling me, to change, because obviously, I just didn't gravitate towards them. I didn't want it to be like him. So obviously I followed who I wanted to be like, and it was always, just bad leadership, bad role models that we seen, growing up, our older homies, we vibe with them. We thought they were cool. We thought they were well respected, the way they carry themselves. And that's what we gravitated towards, So of course I'll listen to, to them, because that's somebody that I wanted to be like, somebody that I inspire to be. So now what we're doing is we're flipping it, man. We're becoming that man, that individual that you would listen to, become that individual that you would listen to. That's what we're trying to do here. And even though as we become it, as we're in the path to creating the 10.0, and we're like a 7, a 8, we're getting there, and there's a lot of changes. We're inspiring a lot of people, we're motivating a lot of people. Sometimes the people that you want to see change, they're not going to change. And the sad thing about it is that most of you guys spend your time most of the time trying to force something that it's not gonna, you can't force something that someone made up their mind on not doing already. And you got to understand that, and you got to get that through your head, because you're just hurting yourself by trying to do that. And I hear it time again and time and time again. My son won't change. My daughter don't want to change. My husband don't want to change. I'm changing. I'm 6 months in. I'm a year in. I'm 2 years in. Maybe it's not enough for them to, actually, see the real results of your actions, your attitude. They see all that. So obviously they're always going to pick those weaknesses that you have. So if you still get pissed off, if you still snap, if you still get angry, then they're going to throw that shit right to your face. that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me at the beginning. Where I had to check that. I had to just make sure that I was checking all my weaknesses, man. Because if I wanted to pressure someone, especially that were closest to me, like my kids or my wife, to do something, oh man, they were not gonna hear it. They were just gonna come back at me with my weaknesses, my reaction, me being pissed off, me not being patient. So I learned to just ease back, just keep grinding, let them witness, keep smashing, keep the momentum going, and help the people that want to be helped, that want to hear you, that you connect with. And those are the people that I focus on, and as they see that, as they were watching me not give up, waking up early, hitting my meals, hitting my workouts, they're like, hey, you know what? Damn, man, he's on it, man. Not only does he look better, and he's healthier and he has a better attitude, more energetic, man, he's changing, so that's when they asked me, my boy, he hit me up, he's like, hey, Pops, I want a six pack like you, like, could you help me? Sure, boom, let's do it. Then my youngest followed. Then my daughter got getting curious and doing push-ups, doing burpees. My wife going for walks, eating better, changing the way that, they were looking at me, how I used to eat, So I learned not to force shit. I learned not to tell people, even though I had the solution, I was just, noticing that a lot of times people don't want to be told, they don't want to be told on how to live their life. So what you got to do is show them by your action, and wear them down by you not giving up, by them watching you day in, day out, because that's already a bother to them, that you're changing, that you're doing some, just created some different habits, they feel uncomfortable around you. Your energy is a lot more, impactful. As soon as you walk in the room, they get all hyped up. They're all like, oh man, this guy's, he's moving, he's making me feel uncomfortable. I can't even relax, can't even enjoy myself. Because we're more motivated, we're more pumped up, we want to do things all the time. So that alone already, like, it's already like a reaction towards, them not, wanting to do what you're doing because they're not ready. So, let alone if you tell them, if you keep drilling them, if you keep telling them and telling them again, just change, it's gonna feel better. They don't want to hear facts, They want more compassion. They want more understanding. They're still on their negative way of thinking. They're still not see that, it takes work to, to feel worth of self-love, self-care. It's what's going to help you, in life, and deal with all these negative emotions and all these feelings that we get in life. So my whole point here is, like, a lot of people that tell me that they're trying to force, their kids or anybody, to change, you can't do that. You can't do that. At a certain point, you got to back away. Yeah, you could tell them and give advice, and let them know, especially if they're your kids and they're younger. I understand that, but sometimes, when I talk to parents and their kids are older, where they're like have a mind of their own, which they're adults, consider adults, they're not kids. They're still trying to treat them like they're kids. And this is where, like, just a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety is created amongst the parents, because they're just, the kids ain't listening. And I've been there, and I was a teenager where I should have listened, but obviously I didn't. So that's why they put me away. They were like, oh, you're not listening, so fuck, I'll just call the cops on you, and problem solved. So that's what happened to me. But there's a lot of mothers don't want to do that, or fathers, so they just try to get through their kids, and I think the kids take that as, towards their benefit of, like, oh man, you know what, they ain't gonna do nothing, and I'm still gonna do what I want to do. So like I said, there's no need for you to punish yourself by trying to force them to understand you. Just, you gotta live and let witness, and by living is just listening to your conscience and living the life that you would want, your kids or your loved ones or anybody to obviously follow. Straight up, man. Lead by example. Run it.